Hey guys, and welcome to Soul in Balance. My name's Alicia, and in this video we will be going over the total lunar eclipse supermoon in Sagittarius that's going to be happening on the 26th of May. So it's pretty much going to be happening all over the world on the 26th. So usually down under in Australia, we're a day early, but this time I think it's pretty much globally it's going to be on the 26th. Now, this kind of represents the official beginning of the eclipse season. So it kind of started 2 weeks ago when we had that new moon in Taurus, but this is like the official kickoff for the crossroads. So like always, we have the eclipse season that goes for a month. Now, sometimes like last year, we had 3 eclipses in a row, and that was pretty intense. I think this one's going to be a little more chill. I think like last year's eclipses were very much about our external worlds and everything we knew crumbling and just falling away, where I feel like this eclipse season is more going to be about our mental constructs. I think it's more going to be more internal in a way. So if we have a look at the axis we've got going on here, so just like all full moons, we have the moon and the sun in opposition. So we have the moon in Sagittarius, and then we also have the sun in Gemini. So with the sun in Gemini, we have the North Node, we have Venus, and we have Mercury. Now, Mercury is the ruler of Gemini and this North Node and this sun, but then we have the ruler of this whole eclipse, which is Jupiter, which is Sagittarius's ruler over in Pisces. Now, Jupiter's just gone into Pisces a few days ago, or was it last week? God, time's flying at the moment. So this is really going to be highlighting where this major change is going to be stemming from. And if we have a look at what Pisces is, the ether, it's boundarylessness, it's the ocean, it's the universe, it's the collective soul womb. There really is no word to describe Pisces, you know, it's limitless. It's the divine energy, it's source. So I feel like because this is about moving into the collective soul direction of the North Node, which is Gemini, our mental constructs, what we're learning, what we're gathering, what we're understanding, what we're connecting to, what we're communicating, and what we're letting go in Sagittarius is our belief systems, our old belief systems. And then that connection with Jupiter, which is forming this T-square, which is really about, I believe, setting our sights higher, letting go of those old beliefs that we've carried with us for so long, like generationally, like through our family, through society, past lives, whatever it is. Everybody that I know, even within myself, there's so much change in what we're believing and what we're thinking, and how much we're idolizing our 3D reality. Many people are just stepping away from this fakeness of society and this, you know, the untruths of these old beliefs. And I feel like these squares to Jupiter is really just saying, what is my soul truth? What is the universal truth? You know, what is the collective unconscious truth? You know, like what, understanding that we're limitless beings, we are souls, and we need to start shedding off all this old programming. Because if we have a look at a lot of our lives, and I've talked about this through a lot of my videos, because I do card reading videos, is that we're really having to let go of our old belief systems, our old thought patterns, and the way we see things, because we see things through a filter, you know, like we see things through the trauma that we've experienced and, you know, every single scenario that we've been through, because the mind likes to go back, analyze and categorize so it can predict the future and predict how it's going to move forward. And so it's gathering all this past knowledge and putting this in front of what we're seeing and what we're, you know, what's going on in our lives. And this filter really distorts everything because it makes us take actions and do things out of fear. It's just like, it's amazing how much we create from fear, you know? Like, I know myself, I have created the same scenarios over and over and over and over and over again. I don't know anyone who watches my videos, especially my card reading videos. I talk about this a lot. Like, it's not the external world, it's you know, like it's your beliefs. And this is a really great time. This is a time, especially with eclipses create accelerated change. This is a great time to really, you know, kick this habit, to really know that you deserve more, you know? And I feel like with this square to Jupiter, it's really saying, like, reach for more. Like, you know, what's your highest, you know, soul purpose? What's, you know, aim higher, you know, aim higher for yourself, level up. Like, I feel like, you know, this is a lot like with what I'm doing in my life, is just leveling up. It's time to move to the next level, you know? Like, we don't have to stay in this old, stuck, stagnant, karmic situations. I know, like, especially as astrologers, we see our birth chart and we relate all our traumas to all these things, but this can just be guidelines. We can transform these things. Every single planet has a polarity, and it's a really great time to just use this eclipse to really change, you know, those beliefs. Really just kick that habit, really just let that go. And because it is a lunar eclipse, we can experience a female in our life leaving. This can be a partner, this can be a friend, this can be a teacher, it can be a boss, it can be a grandmother, it can be anything. Doesn't always, but the moon and Luna represents the feminine, so we can have a woman leaving our life at this time, or, you know, some kind of female energy, or it could be some emotion, it could be anything attached to that. It's always striking events, especially with the lunar eclipse. If we have a look at the dynamics in the sky, we have the sun, the earth, and the moon is completely black. So the moon will usually reflect the light of the sun, but when the earth is there, it's blocking that. So this is why darkness, things can become uncovered, you know, like shadow aspects can come up, hidden secrets can come up, little things that really just trigger us to go in the direction that we need to go. But I said this in my video today, but I believe that whatever we lost last year in 2020, I believe some of those things will come back. I feel like we've all done a lot of evolving, and we've all done so much upgrading and letting go of so much crutches and old structures that we've had in our lives, and we've all grown so much, we've all evolved so much. And I feel like this will be in the area of where this eclipse is falling in for you. So for me, mine's in my 1st house and my 7th house. So this is relating to me personally in my relationships, but you would have to have a look in your birth chart. And this is where I think maybe, whether it's the lunar eclipse or the solar eclipse, something will come back, and it will be like a new version of that thing. So yeah, I don't know, keep an eye out for that this next month going forward. Okay, so we've also got going on here, we have Mars trining Neptune. So Mars is in Cancer and Neptune is in Pisces in its home sign. Now, I feel like this is going to be working in correlation of these old beliefs. So Mars is the god of war, and that's in the planet of the home, in our feelings. So it can be digging up all these old feelings of pain and trauma, even causing pain and trauma, but it's making a trine, an aspect of ease out to Neptune, which can be very healing. So maybe we get that, you know, that really healing energy come through. Maybe we get some inspiration or something that helps us heal some old family trauma, some, you know, maybe some kind of inner child process or something like that, trauma around the home, you know. So I feel like at this time, yeah, it's a really great time to connect to our emotions and transmute them and heal them and let them go in a really unconditionally loving way. And I feel like, because a lot of our beliefs in that stem from our home, you know, generational beliefs and things like that. So I feel like this aspects in Sagittarius and Mars in Cancer making, yeah, I feel like it's all kind of working part and parcel together on an emotional sense and a mental sense to let go of these old beliefs. And also working with that is Chiron in Aries, and that's sextiling out to Saturn in Aquarius and the North Node in Gemini. Again, which I believe is, you know, with that trine from North Node to Saturn, it's like, it's creating new communication. It's creating new communication with ourselves, with society, how we see society, and bringing up where we've been wounded in how we've perceived things, how we've communicated to ourselves. You know, I feel like, yeah, there's really, this whole eclipse, especially with this lunar eclipse, is really about just old beliefs coming up. And and I'm sure you probably would have noticed over the last 2 weeks, like, you know, like old beliefs coming up and thinking, I don't really resonate with that anymore. You know, I don't really feel that way anymore. I want something better for myself. You know, I'm pretty sure everybody's been feeling like that, you know, and, you know, maybe an old trauma will come up and it's like, actually, I don't need all these old crutches that I thought I needed. I just need myself. I just need to tell myself for the next 5 minutes that I love myself and I'm beautiful and I can do everything that I need and I'm the most love that I need. And the other people that love me as well, that just adds to how awesome my life is, you know? So yeah, there's a lot working together with letting go of beliefs, you know, it's all just working together. Now, I want to actually talk about the Sabian symbol for this degree. So this degree is 5 degrees of Sagittarius. Now the Sabian symbol for 5 degrees of Sagittarius is, so I'm just going to quickly read it from, is it Dan Runia? Whatever his name is. Okay, so 5 degrees of Sagittarius. An old owl sits alone on a branch of a large tree. Keynote, a poised and wise approach to existence based on a clear perception of unconscious factors and their operation. So it's like being wise and poised and, you know, looking with clear, you know, perception of unconscious factors and their operations, really looking, you know, be the observer of our reality, being the observer of the things we're telling ourselves, you know. And just at the end here, which I thought was really good, is this is the last of the 5 symbols in the 45th sequence. It suggests the possibility of developing wisdom beyond tragedy and a peace and poise beyond conflict. One might think here of translucidity. Now, I feel like here again, it's just saying like we can rise above tragedy. We can rise above that old tragic story that we've told ourselves for so long, and the story that we're always, you know, like keeping an eye out for and, you know, waiting for that next shit show to happen, and because, you know, we've already experienced it and we're going to be right, but we're going to keep an eye out for it. Or, you know, that same storyline we've told ourselves for so long, like we're not loved and we have to give to receive love, and, you know, we have to, you know, pour from an empty cup and things like that, like just old storylines that just aren't true, you know. So I'm going to get a few cards for this eclipse. So hopefully these will help with navigating this lunar eclipse. But the whole month is going to be, you know, intense. It's not just going to be, oh, okay, like this full moon is going to be a little bit intense and then, you know, it's going to be right as rain until the new moon. No, it's just, you know, there's going to be a lot of electricity in the air. There's going to be a lot of tension in the air. There's going to be, yeah, just a lot going on. And I feel like at least for the next month, and especially if you're wanting to change your beliefs and how you communicate to yourself, really observe what's going to come up. I feel like you're going to be super triggered, like on purpose, like It's like the universe is really going to see if this is the change you want to make. Like, are you going to be able to, you know, resist yourself from things that pop up? You know, are you going to be able to choose a different narrative? Doesn't seem like something wants to come out of there. I'll get something else. And I've already experienced that, like, for the last few days. And it's like, no, I'm not going to react. I'm just going to let it go. Like, even though it's the same thing coming up. No. I'm just going to let it go. Oh, my God. Oh. Emotions and Mother Earth. And I picked these ones because this is the Sacred Traveler, and I thought, yeah, Sagittarius, eclipse, full moon, have to get some travel kind of inspirational cards. I hate it when this happens, like when no cards just don't want to come out. It's just like, oh, okay. Okay. Choose your path. All is possible. I'm going to go with this one again. Guild. Oh, there's 3. Oh my God, so many cards. Alrighty, so we've got listening to your truth, free from judgment, free to love, relax the hold of the darkness and be at a cause. Yeah, choosing your path, all is possible, Mother Earth, and emotions. Alrighty, so we'll go from the start. Alrighty, so we've got emotions. This is going to be a super emotional time, like, especially with the lunar eclipse. It's, you know, it's a dark moon. It brings up a lot of stuff. Like, it's always about electrified change. It's always about something being uncovered. It doesn't always have to be negative. It can be something beautiful. It can be, you know, a direction that you really want to go. But it's usually always striking events. I feel like for me, I think I'm owed something good. Last year's eclipses, oh my God, I got slammed in every possible way. So I'm thinking this eclipse is my lucky one. I'm thinking good things are coming in this eclipse. So, but still, this is a very emotional time, especially if you have like sun, moon, any of the inner planets, or like your ascendant around this eclipse. Or even, yeah, your nodal axis as well. It's going to be very, very intense for you, but this is going to be a very emotional time, very emotional, rejuvenating. It's going to help you make the changes that you need to make, maybe somewhere where you're stuck with beliefs, or somewhere within yourself. Escaping. Sagittarius is really infamous for just getting on their horse and running away, traveling somewhere. So yeah, this can be, yeah, it's definitely going to be a super emotional time for the next month. So just keep that in mind. You're going to be highly triggered for the next month. Alrighty, so we've got Mother Earth. This is a great time to connect to the earth. Every day is anyway. I think it should be part of our daily lives, daily practices. But yeah, this eclipse, just everything's just going to be in the air. It's going to be very mental, going to be very fiery, going to be very airy, just very electrified. So it's just really good to connect to the earth, connect to yourself, you know, spend time in nature, spend time by the sea, by a lake, whatever. Like, just go, even just simple as going out in your backyard and lying down in the grass. You know, drumming is really good to connecting to the beat of life as well. So also try that. We've also got choosing your path, all is possible. Now, I love this because this is from the Sacred Traveler. So choosing your path for yourself that's beautiful, you know, like aim for something higher. That Jupiter in Pisces is, you know, set your sights higher, you know, want more for yourself. Believe that you can make the impossible possible, you know, that you can have that beautiful love, or that you've always wanted, or that beautiful job, or that beautiful home, or whatever it is, what area of life it is for you that this is falling into. But believe it is all possible. Just at this eclipse, just choose in your heart and stay solid, and seriously just say 100% solid, and know that it is possible. And we also have here listening for truth. Now, this is what we all need to be doing. We need to be shutting out that old shitty narrative that always sneaks through. That's always like, that person doesn't love you. You're not good enough. They want someone else. You're not good enough for that job. That job's going to go to that person. You'll never accomplish, you know, what you want to accomplish. Who's going to like what you do? You know, that crappy voice. You know, this is a time to be listening for the truth. Even if you have to rewrite it, you have to flip that narrative and say, no, everybody loves me. I love me. I am perfect. I'm perfect as I am. I am needed in this world, whatever it is. You know, as soon as that negative thought comes in, say 5 or 10 things to flip that script, because this is the best time ever to be changing narratives, to be changing beliefs, and listen for the truth. Because sometimes you can be scrolling on Facebook and feeling like crap, and then you'll see a post from somebody that's like, you know, you are perfect, or you have everything, or, you know, little things like that. You know, listen for the truth. Okay. And we also have here free from judgment, free to love. Okay. I feel like this is free from judgment from ourselves, because when we judge ourselves and the things that we say and the things that we do and how we treat ourselves and our beliefs, we just see that in our reality. And then we don't love ourselves because we think everybody else feels this way and that's how we must be. But no, that's how we're feeling about ourselves. So we need to stop judging ourselves, start loving ourselves freely, and then everybody else will start loving us freely too. And lastly, we've got relax the hold of the darkness and be at a cause. Again, relax the hold of those old crappy beliefs. Relax the hold of that narrative, that situation, and be at a cause. Like, make a decision at this lunar eclipse or this eclipse season. No, I deserve better than this. You know, like, this is the time I make that change. And that's being at a cause. That's saying, no, this is fine. I've made a decision now, you know, like, and fully deciding and staying solid in that. And that's how, you know, we break away from these toxic structures within ourselves or with other people, within our patterns. And yeah, so I would say that would be relaxing the hold of the darkness and be at a cause. And that can also be, you know, what's playing out in our reality. Like, we also have like what was going on with Palestine and Israel and things like that. And it's really easy to get stuck in the, you know, the energy of hate and the energy of blame. And, you know, it's a terrible situation. And I have been personally supporting, you know, what's been going on with Palestine for a long time, like since 2014, going to protests. I have friends in Palestine, and then I also have friends in Israel as well. And I also definitely believe that I was Jewish in a past life, like I was at the Holocaust. So for me, you know, I do see a lot of the different sides, and I really get it. But I feel like if we keep spreading that energy of hate and blame, that it just continues, you know, like, because everything is a mirror, everything is energy, and it, you know, wherever we put our energy to, it flows and gets bigger. So for me, I, you know, was using this situation for being at a cause, for kind of promoting more peace. You know, I never said anything bad about what I thought about what Israel was doing. I was always trying to explain Israel's point of view, or, you know, just sending peace to Palestine and things like that. I think, you know, it's really important to let go of that negative darkness in some way, even though I do believe that, you know, we're all one, like negative and positive, and that's within us and within our world, and it's all needed. But I just feel like with situations like that, where we have this card, which is relax the hold of the darkness and be at a cause, I felt like letting go of that energy of hate and blame and just being at a cause for peace, you know. And I feel like that this can stretch across anything. It can stretch across through relationships with our family, our friends, partners, jobs, and, you know, anything, whatever it is in our lives. But yes, anywho, that's it for me. So I hope you guys have a super magical total lunar eclipse in Sagittarius. It is going to be super intense, but you'll get through it, because you wouldn't be here on the planet at this time if you weren't tough enough to handle it. So I really hope you let go of a lot of beliefs that you've been carrying around, beliefs that you're ready just to throw off. And I wish you all the best through this eclipse season, and I'll see you soon. Bye.